Hey guys, Brent here with BYOTools, aka BYOT. Thank you for joining me, and today we are going to be doing an industrial planter. Now, there's a lot of components that go into this small little project, so if you have some extra time, go ahead and feel free to do so, but if not, please just enjoy this video of me actually trying to put this thing together. Let's get started. First off, let's talk about tools. Grab your drill, 1/4-inch glass cutting drill bit, a 3/8 and 5/16 drill bit, needle nose pliers, square edge with pencil, 5 rubber washers, 5 2.5-inch screws, 10 washers and 12 nuts, 2 screw-in hangers, 2 6-inch eye bolts, and 2 6-foot long threaded rod. You'll also need 5 mason jars, 5 succulents, chop saw, 2x6 stud material, sander with 100 grit sandpaper, and 5 rustic doorknobs that are threaded. We're first going to cut our wood block down to size. We want each one of these blocks to be perfectly square, so we're going to measure them out at 5.5 inches. And I'm really quick with the chop saw, so look at this. Whoop, 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 whoop. We need to find the center point of each block, so we're going to be using our square edge, and from corner to corner we're going to be drawing a line to make an X. We'll be drilling 2 more holes for the through rod support, so we need to find the center of each side, and I'm going in 3/4 of an inch. Using my 3/8 inch drill bit, I'm drilling 3 holes, 1 in the center and 2 in the sides of each block. Now all these blocks need to line up perfectly, so you better be accurate with your measurements. Now once you have this done, you should be able to lay all these blocks out on its side and see daylight through each individual hole. Is it there? Yep. Good. And good. Woo! From there you can go and sand these blocks. I'm using 100 grit sandpaper to sand them down, and I'm actually not using any type of finish on this. It's going to be an exterior project, so I want it to fade naturally. Now comes the mason jar portion of this project. I'm inverting the glass and putting a splash of water on the top. Because it's a glass cutting drill bit, it especially needs lubrication. I mean, who doesn't love a little lubrication? Especially drill bits, and especially glass drill bits. This allows the drill bit to actually last longer and to cut easier. This is definitely the point at which you want to get some gloves and some eye protection, because at the end of the video you will know why. I'm literally only using the weight of the drill itself in this case. I don't want to put any extra pressure on the glass to avoid breaking. And look at that, you have a nice clean hole with no breakage. Oh yeah. Now hopefully at this point you got everything drilled and you didn't cut yourself too bad, so let's go ahead and put them all together. Now the easiest way I found to do this was actually to take your washer and put it on your screw, then take your needle nose pliers and place the screw in the jar and through the hole that you just cut in the mason jar. Then place the wood block on the screw and use your doorknob to screw it tight. Now you may be asking yourself at this point, Brent, where am I going to find all of these old doorknobs? Well, guess what? There are a lot of second-hand use stores, and that's exactly where I found these. Boom. Now go and prop up your planter with something. I'm using a couple random pieces of 2x4. And go ahead and tape all the sides off. Now you don't have to do this step, but trust me, you're going to want to. Now go and screw on the lid to your mason jar, and let's go ahead and start filling it up with soil. Now I'm using succulents for this planter, and it's a perfect little plant because of the fact that 1, you don't need to water it much, and 2, it's not going to grow out of control. Now you may find this a bit difficult to try and get all the soil, roots, and the plant itself into this small little mason jar, but it's doable. It's just a bit difficult. Get in your hole. Are you too good for your hole? Answer me! And this is where the tape actually comes into play, because the fact that you're able to easily remove all of the excess soil and take off the tape, and boom, done. Easy. Once you're done with that, go ahead and place a nut and a screw on each end of your through rod. Then get your succulent and go ahead and slide it down the through rod itself. Now this might be easier said than done, and especially when your succulent decides to fall off of the mason jar. Now comes the fun part, is actually taking your nuts and threading them down your rod. That wasn't trying to be a joke, but it kind of turned out that way. In any case, this is time consuming, but it is a necessary step, so deal with it. The only way I was able to make this process go any faster is using WD-40. A lot of WD-40, so just keep that in consideration. Now I'm measuring a foot off the base of the bottom planter, and with this being a 6-foot rod and we have 5 planters, it's going to space out perfectly. From there, go and slip on a couple more washers and then slip on your next planter. From there, go ahead and repeat the process over and over and over again. But in all reality, it does get easier because of the fact that you don't have to thread the nuts on as far as you did previously. In all reality, you guys are just lucky the fact that I'm fast forwarding this whole video. If I wasn't, this video would be taking forever. Now because your eye bolt and your rod are both 3/8 inch, they use the same nut, so you're able to thread a nut on halfway on each end and they attach perfectly. Boom. Now let's go ahead and take this bad boy outside. I am going to be actually installing this right in front of my front door because it's going to be a beautiful entryway accent piece, don't you think? Yes. Now I'm going to be installing my hangers in my soffit. From through bolt to through bolt we have 4 inches in which we are going to be measuring out and drilling pilot holes in those locations. From there, go ahead and screw in your hanger screws and you're done. Just make sure you're screwing into something solid because if you don't, then potentially this thing might be falling off at certain points to its horrible demise, and that's the last thing you want at this point. And oh my, that is one beautiful sexy beast. That is quite an industrial planter, yes it is. I mean, look at those beautiful succulents. Perfect entry accent, I must say. And there you have it. Episode number 6 of BYOT done. Good to go. I managed to make the most difficult planter imaginable, but you know what? It turned out great, and that's all you can ask for. Please like this video, please subscribe to this channel, and please let me know what you'd like me to do on my next video. I might do it. Unless it's one of those planters. I'm not doing that shit again. Thank you for your time, man. Catch you next time. Oh, come on. Really? Why? Why didn't I put tape down? Yep. Big mess. Why in the hell did I put the plant in before I put the lid in? Gosh damn it, this is a pain in the ass. Whoops, that was a little too much strength.